So, my thoughts on the final episodes of Walking with Dinosaurs, obviously a new one, episode 5 and 6. Um, they were pretty good. I really like the Pachyrhinosaurus design a lot. It's probably one of my favorite, best designs of all time when it comes to Pachyrhinosaurus media. Um, Judging by the look, um, the models look like they're based on Lakusai, and Lakusai did lived in um, uh, Canada, so it makes sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's also another species of Pachyrhinosaurus called Canadensis, but yeah. Um, Not to mention Lakusai had a longer, had like more of a, kind of like a pointed muzzle than the other species of Pachyrhinosaurs. So that's why while Canadensis had more like a Roman nose, like kind of like this, like bull terriers have. Meanwhile, the Paratorum had like kind of like a shorter face, you could say. But anyways, I think. But yeah, the models are pretty good. The baby models are good. The fight scenes of the two males, that were pretty good as well. Spoiler alert, obviously, but you know, kind of similar to Prehistoric Planet with the Pachycephalosaurus fight. One older male faces off with a younger male. At first, the younger male wins the second round. You know, they actually show interesting facts that Pachyrhinosaurus survives tremendous amount of injuries, which it makes sense because reptiles do survive terrible injuries. So if alligators can survive terrible injuries, then I'm pretty sure that Pachyrhinosaurus and other dinosaurs would do the same, would survive the same thing. Anyways, so the older male gets back up, he sees an opening, he gores at the young male. The young male is down to the ground, and that's that. Then we get to see the main character. I forget the main character's name. You guys can remember me in the comments, of course, but yeah. And basically, this segment is about the Pachyrhinosaurus migration of the flood that killed them. Yeah. And then we see some Gorgosaurs, which is weird because the models of the Gorgosaurs look exactly like the same thing, the same models as the not Nodosaurus, the Albertosaurus from the previous episode. But it's whatever. It was, I mean, again, most of these Walking with Dinosaurs, the new episodes, are pretty dark. So, yeah, in the final part of the segment the final part of episode 5, we see the, huge flood come over and killed the Pachyrhinosaurs, including the main character. But, however, there were survivors. Unfortunately, though, the main star character, whatever, died. But it is what it is because, it's nature, and obviously, they're focusing on a dead specimen, so it makes sense. Now, moving on to the Lalusa Titan episode, and that episode was actually pretty good. Although, yeah, I may have problems with it, but it still was pretty good. Like, we get to see him as, him to be, the ruler of the Jurassic, to get defeated by a younger male, Um, and then for the entire night, he was injured, and a Torvosaurus showed up. Which, by the way, the Lelusa Titan's design is pretty good. Is good. The Torvosaurus, I really like the green colors of the Torvosaurs as well. Like, they look really, really good. And for the very first time, instead of Allosaurus, Torvosaurus, again is there. It's like they're bringing back Dinosaur Revolution again, except for better, of course, because Dinosaur Revolution, I had problems with it. But anyways, that's beside the point. Yeah. We see him, like, resting. Then the Torvo tries to attack it, but of course he's too much because he's freaking big, and he can still kill the Torvosaurus, which I actually really like, because just because you're an injured animal, that doesn't mean that you're 100% vulnerable. You can still fight back. And you know what? He did fight back. Then the Torvosaurus tried to do the smart move. The next day, the Torvo left, but strangely enough, the sauropod, the Lelusa Titan, was feasting on the dead pliosaur carcass, and it said that, it gives them fiber or whatever to make their bodies heal, or some other bullshit nonsense. I'm like, really? Like, but I understand that herbivores like giraffes and other ungulates, do it. I get it, but the thing is that we don't have any isotopes or evidence of sauropods doing that, but you never know. Yeah, you never know. But he, his body healed up. I thought it was going to be a death sentence for him, because, like, when you have a broken leg like that, and when you're a big animal, you're going to be dead in a couple of hours. But hey, he magically survived. And then he wanted to claim his destiny, his female, against the younger male. So he marched it, like, he followed. I mean, well, he walked to find her, like, miles upon miles away, and then, like, he stomped to feel my vibrations or whatever. Like, they were saying that, they're elephants do, they're doing it because elephants do. I mean, it's like, why are you using elephant behavior of sauropods? Because, first of all, elephants pick up vibrations because they have really, really large ears. Secondly, sauropods are not elephants. Sauropods are not mammals. So why are you using that concept behavior? I don't know. But it's whatever. The female responded to do that stomping thing. And then the young male shows up. They go into a fight, and the fight scene was actually pretty damn good. Neck wrestling each other, biting one another. Yes, I said biting one another, because I may have not supported... Okay, back in the day, I may not have supported sauropods biting one another, but now, since I heard about with Darian Naish on, not Twitter, Instagram, yeah. But it's still pretty interesting, even though that sauropod necks are very, very thick, but still, they were biting one another, still fighting, neck wrestling, and using their front foot claws to, like, slash one another, until finally, and then the younger male was pushing the main star to trying to the second time, but he's like, you know what? I'm not letting this shit happen. I'm gonna do something about it. And you know what he did? He outsmarted the young fella, pushed him to the ground, and then he knocked him out. At first, I thought he was dead until when I rewinded back, like a couple of times, like the younger male kind of breathed a little bit, but in reality, he's dead. You know, he's dead. He just had like one breath of air, and then until like he was doing his display thing, like rearing up on two legs, blowing the air sac thingy majiggy. This time, not the like the things like with Dreadnoughtus and Prehistoric Planet, but like the entire head, like a balloon testicle thing. I'm like, seriously? I mean, like, I understand that sauropods may have had air sacs, but they would probably push their throats out like some lizards would do, or even ostriches would do, not like blowing their head. But anyways, but he succeeded, and he mated with the female, and then, yeah. But also what's weird is that he helped the female lay eggs, like she was laying her eggs, and then he buried them or whatever. I'm like, I think after mating, he walks away. He walks away. You know, he doesn't stick around with a female or anything like that. The only thing he does is he wants to mate with the female and walk away. But that's beside the point. But anyways, I still like the episode, and I will do my own like actual thoughts, like the good and the bad of the new Walking with Dinosaurs, and have like my own like personal thoughts in general of the documentary series, you know. But other than that, like, yeah, the final episodes were pretty good. The Lucid Titan design looks really, really good. Like I said, the colors of the main star character, whatever, looks pretty damn good. And, yeah. But that's pretty much it. And, you know, stay tuned for me to do, like, my actual thoughts. And maybe I'll do, like, my ranking episodes or favorite, like, dinosaur designs of the new Walking with Dinosaurs. I don't know yet, but we will have to see. But, yeah.